Okay, let me throw a couple of concepts at you. So these three targets, same size, same distance, basically. So if we're standing here and we're going to fire two shots each across these targets one way or another, you want to work it both directions so that your eyes are leading the gun equally, and you always work on the weak direction. So you may have to shoot that way. So you want to be pretty much equal skill, both left to right. But let's say 2 rounds each. So I want you to think about focusing not on the more general target, a soft focus on it, but really mentally focusing on the center. You don't have to have markings or a visual reference. You can just think about whether it's a plate rack or a person or a paper target, whatever. Think about the spot where you want the round to impact. So as fast as you can focus on this spot, and this spot, it's a first clue as to how fast you're going to shoot. And then the next exercise, what you'd want to do is aim in, get prepped on the trigger, and on a timer beep, fire shots, hopefully at that same speed that you could get your eyes to move, pop, pop, across these two, bang, bang. Now, if you could go faster, pop, pop, or slower, pop, pop, that's pretty much going to tell you how fast you can get a shot, one shot on each target, how fast your transitions between targets can be. Now, if your gun is moving with your eyes are moving with the gun, however you want to think of it, you're going to be slower and less accurate, and you're going to tend to overswing the target. So if you will learn, I call this big sister, little sister. If your eyes go to that other target first, big sister, and then little sister's right behind her, that's the gun. Your eyes lead the gun, or eyes lead, gun follows. You're going to be able to hard focus, and that's going to pull like a tractor beam you over to the other target much quicker and more accurately. And then you're going to hear a time like pop, pop. And then what I would rather see a shooter do is, instead of hard focusing here and double tapping, pop, pop, hard focus, pop, pop, hard focus, pop, pop. It sounds fast, but it's actually not. It doesn't. You get a lot more inaccurate hits that way, and it's more about luck than it is consistency. So what I want you to do is draw, or low ready, whatever, hear more of that pop, pop. So if you think about that time, let's do 6 shots. Pop, 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 pop. In that speed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if I could get my eyes or single shots across here faster, pop, pop, then pop, 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 pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if somebody's listening to you shoot and not watching, and you're shooting across these 3 targets, you want it to pretty much sound like you were shooting just 6 shots at one target. Now that's going to allow the gun to rise and fall at the same amplitude and regularity. It's going to make it a lot easier to time the cycle, the smooth cycle of that trigger. So your accuracy and speed is going to jump way up. So even though it sounds slower, the shooter that can draw pop, 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 pop across there is actually going to be far more accurate, more alphas, more zeros, whatever you want to call it. In every situation, you're going to be a much better shooter and work that back and forth. And that's just an exercise that I will coach people through all the time, and it makes a huge difference in their performance.